Who let the frogs out? Rib, rib, rib. Who let the frogs out? Rib, rib, rib. Oh, wait, that was a song reference. Oh, okay. Okay. I don't get it. This is Frog Pong, an unreleased game for the Atari 2600 video computer system with a copyright date of 1982, never having seen the light of day because apparently the developer wanted more memory to make this game more advanced, I guess, and Atari said no. Now this eventually saw release on one of the Atari flashback units from back in the day, and is presently being played on the Atari Vault compilation that used to be on Steam. Strangely, this one was not worthy of being included in Atari 50, I wonder why. In Frog Pong, you play as a frog on a pond, obviously. And your main goal is to catch flies before they fly away, and if a number of them fly away, it's game over. The number of misses allowed depends on the game mode you're playing. Some allow 6, others allow 9, but regardless, you just keep catching flies forever and ever until a number of them escape and the game decides to call it quits. There are also 2-player variants where you and a buddy can compete for who can eat the most flies and stuff. Pretty simple premise on paper and perhaps a bit too simple in execution. You move left or right with the stick and press the button to jump, and when you jump you're always lunging forward and whipping out your tongue at an angle, and that's it. There's no multi-directional tongue lashing, you're always jumping and lashing out the same way with each button press. So it's a bit restrictive, but it also forces you to time your jumps so that you can catch the flies before they escape. And the flies comes in various shapes, sizes, and fly in various patterns. That said, unlike the similarly titled Frogs and Flies, which did get released and also adopted a similar premise, your frog can run, so to speak, along the ground as opposed to only being allowed to hop, which gives you some added flexibility. But not much. Visually, Frog Pong looks pretty good. The frogs are recognizably frogs, you've got some variety in the insect kingdom providing your amphibians with sustenance, and the scenery is rather nicely rendered within the archaically simplistic VCS graphical capabilities. On the other hand though, the game sounds pretty dreadful even by Atari standards. I will say that I've heard far worse Atari games that bordered on ear violation central, but this is almost right up there. Although credit where it's due, I like that whenever your frog is idle, it will ribbit. It's a nice silver lining in otherwise dreadful sound design. Overall, and for what it's worth, Frog Pong is a pretty simple and straightforward game that's easy to get into and makes for a fun little lark that doesn't overstay its welcome, and that's all it really is. Had this seen released back in 1983 or whatever, Frog Pong would have been another throwaway 2600 card to add to a growing pile, and even as an unreleased piece of software, it's just a variation of a similar game that did see release. Still, I had fun with this one while it lasted, so yeah, mark this one as just fine and call it a day.